Hi, I'm Karen and welcome to Low Carb Spin. Today I have a great recipe for you, carnivore bread. This recipe comes from Maria Emmerich. She made carnivore bagels the other day on Instagram. It just looked so good. I'm like, we have to try this. We're gonna make it into a bread. So we're going to be making our bread a little bit different than Maria Emmerich. It's basically her recipe, couple little tweaks, and of course the baking time from the bagel pan to a loaf pan. So while the oven's preheating, I have it at 350 degrees. I already prepared two 9x5 loaf pans with parchment paper. You do not need to spray or anything like that. We're just get them ready and set them aside. And everything's going to go in the food processor, blend it up, pour it in the pans, and we're good to go. Into our food processor, we're going to be adding some cooked ground beef. Oh, I need a spatula here. Get all the goodness. And we also have some cooked chicken thighs, and here's where you could use rotisserie chicken, or you could use any kind of leftovers that you have. And then we're going to be adding some bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? And then we're going to pulse this together. So you're getting it that consistency of, a fine crumb. Now we're going to pour in some of our eggs. Remember, this is for a double recipe. Let's start pulsing that up. Just going to take the spatula and just make sure that there's no clumps on the bottom. It gives you a creamy texture like this. We're going to be putting in some baking powder. Beef gelatin. And we're going to be using some pork rinds. Now let's give that a good thorough mix. That should do it. The batter is like a cake batter consistency. And what I usually like to do, just to make the loaves even, since I made two loaves, is I'm going to weigh the batter and then equal it between the loaf pans. Now that all the batter's out of the bowl, now I can go ahead, zero out the scale, and get the bread mixture in here. This bread is so versatile, and you could use all different kinds of leftovers with it, and that just makes it so great. And then we'll just smooth out the top. The rest of the goodness in here. Now we're going to top it off with everything but the bagel seasoning. We're going to do one that way, and the other one we're going to do sesame seeds. And I know this isn't exactly carnivore, but it's going to be carnivore-esque bread. You can always eliminate it if it's not your thing. Okay. Into the oven they're going to go. I'm going to bake these at 350 for 60 minutes. We still have a ways to go with the baking time, but let me tell you, my house smells amazing. I just love the everything but the bagel seasoning smell. It smells so good. I also want to thank Maria Emmerich for doing her Instagram post of the carnivore bagels. We changed just a couple of things and turned it into a bread. Please go to her website. I'll have the information linked in the description below. Buy her cookbooks. They are chock full amazing recipes, and especially during World Carnivore Month. She has a wonderful carnivore cookbook, and there's so many delicious recipes in there. You just have to try it. Ooh, looking yummy. Do you guys think you're gonna get something? Huh? You're waiting in front of the stove like you think you're gonna get something. I think we're gonna try the toothpick test here. Ooh, they look pretty. I think these look good. Let's see if we could get these out of the pan. I think they work much better when the parchment paper is off of them. There we go. I am so excited to cut into these. I think the best thing to do is we're going to cut the loaf directly in half. Ooh, look at that. The loaf makes 16 slices. I mean, I guess you can cut it thinner if you'd like. It's still pretty hot. I can see it steaming. Ooh, so nice. Now, this tastes delicious toasted. Use an air fryer. It toasts it much better than just a traditional toaster. It could be that I don't have a great toaster, but it takes longer in the air fryer, but you do get a better cooking result than in the toaster. Sometimes everything but the bagel seasoning wants to burn in the toaster. I don't have that when I use the air fryer. So I'm going to put some butter on these because that's the way it's got to be, right? Now, I'm so sad that Therese is not here to help me with the taste test here, but the weather in the Midwest is pretty crummy and too icy, so I said I'm just going to have to go it alone today. So guess what, Therese? You miss out. Good thing this freezes well. This is so good, so delicious, perfect for breakfast. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.